So apparently, it's a whole lot of new gamers on Red Dead Online right now, and I just want to let y'all know, don't be afraid of the bad guys on here, cause ain't nothing to be afraid of. One thing you can hang your hat on, and that is gamers don't die, we respawn. What? It's your guy, man, Big Smith, and I'm back. And I'd like to welcome all y'all back to my channel. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And today I got a good one for you. This is mainly for the new players online. And the reason why I'm doing this is because recently I've been seeing a whole lot of new players, low levels on the game. And I just want to be able to spread a little bit of information for you all to enjoy the game and not be intimidated by coming on the game. Because a lot of the new players on here that I talk to, they're like, man, I try to play the game, but every time I get on, people are shooting me, man. They're killing me, and I just turn the game off. Like, man, don't turn the game off. You just got to get better at it. And that's why I'm here today. I'm here to help you get better. So check it out, man. Before we get into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your guy. Hit the thumbs up. Give me a like on the video. And definitely turn that notifications bell on so you know when I'm dropping new videos in the future. I don't do this for me. I do this for you. So go ahead and do that for me. Alright, and definitely leave a comment in the comment section. I guarantee if you leave a comment, you'll get a comment back from me. Alright, so let's get right into it. 5 things you need to know to make you a better player on Red Dead Online instantly. First thing is you need to change your settings. You want to go to your settings on your pause menu there, and once you open up that settings, you'll select controls, okay, and underneath controls you'll see the little area there that says targeting weapons, and you want to go to lock on mode in parentheses on foot and set that to wide. That way when you auto aim on something while you're on foot running around, when you auto aim on an NPC or another player, it gives you a wider range to catch that auto aim, okay? So you want to set that to wide, otherwise you could be right beside them and it might not even lock on them. Alright, so yeah, put that to wide. And then aim assist strength on foot, you want to make that a full bar. Alright, you want your aim assist to go all the way up, unless you're a free aim player, which I'm not, and you know, big ups to those guys who do that and whatever and whatnot. But I like the aim assist, so yeah, I got my aim assist strength on foot all the way to a full bar. And then the lock on mode in parentheses mount vehicle, same thing, you want to set that to wide. And then aim assist strength in parentheses mount vehicle, you want to set that full bar, okay? And then underneath that is something interesting, the automatic pin switching. You want to switch that to on. You might not know what that is, but the automatic pin switching is when you draw your gun straight from the hip without aiming and you just start to fire. You're using that revolver, the hammer, you're just hitting it, pow, 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 pow. Alright, you can do that rapidly and really easily if you turn pin switching off. All you got to do is just pull out your gun and hit R2, bam, bam, bam. Fast as you hit it, fast as it's going to fire, and you can unload that revolver on anybody like a real wild west outlaw, okay? Like the quickest draw in the west or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's fun for you. So turn that auto pin switching on, and that might give you an advantage when you're dual wielding especially. Alright, so then you got third person. Player preference specific is what this is, okay? This is for your own preferences, alright? But I like to have my controls as loose and as fast as they can go. So if you want them loose and fast, I'm going to have mine turned all the way up for you, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. First thing you want to do is skip the third person controls and the horse controls. Leave them alone. If you're playing like that, leave them how they are. You don't want to switch that up at all. But then you go down to look sensitivity, and you want to make the bar full, okay? And this is another one of those player specific player preference controls. If it moves too fast for you, you might want to pull it back a little bit, turn it down some. Alright, and then right up underneath that is the aim sensitivity. I got that all the way turned up as well, and in this video it ain't turned all the way up, but right after the video, once I realized I had some room to boost my speed, I turned it all the way up. So yeah, I turn them all the way up just so I can be moving around quick as I can, quick as possible. You know, you don't want another player moving faster than you, okay? And then we go down to the aim lock acceleration. I made that a full bar because of the speed aspect as well. I want my player to operate and react and move around as fast as possible, so I made that a full bar. And then aim lock dead zone, I made that a complete empty bar. You don't want any kind of dead zone. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it don't sound good. I'm talking about a dead zone. No, sir, I don't need any of that. So yeah, I turned that all the way down. And then first person, it's the same as the third person. It's player specific, but if you like it the way you got it in the third person controls, then you're going to do it the same right here in first person controls, okay? And then you've got accessibility, the running mode on foot, okay? You just want to set that to hold to run. All right, now you won't be able to sprint, but if you just hold X while you're running, you'll just run, okay? But if you want to sprint, you got to tap X quickly to sprint. And then tap assist. This is really big. This is something that a lot of players don't know about. And basically what it is when you're in one of these grapples with another player, or another player is trying to choke you to death or whatever, and you're sitting there tapping the square button, the circle button, whichever button it is, as fast as you can to where your thumb and your palms cramping up. Look, man, you don't got to do that. You can get the strongest animation or the strongest reaction out of just holding the button by pressing tap assist hold, okay? So if another player is tapping the button quick as they can, it ain't gonna matter because you're getting the max effect from holding the button. So set that to hold. All right, that'll help you win a lot more grapples and a lot more wrestling matches or whatever and whatnot. Okay, now we're done with those settings, so let's make our way to the display. All right, and in the display you want to go to the HUD. All right, and in the HUD you'll see underneath there you've got weapon reticule. Okay, you want to make that a simple weapon reticule. I think that's the default setting, so no need to do anything there. Just leave that as simple. And the reason why you keep it simple is because it's got that circle around the dot. All right, and what that circle does is in game you'll see that that circle shrinks, and that's what you call the bloom. Okay, so in the area of that circle, wherever that circle is, the bullet you shoot could potentially go anywhere in that circle. Okay, the smaller the circle gets, the more it closes in on the dot in the middle of the circle, the more accurate your shot is. All right, so as you aim, you'll see your circle get smaller and smaller and close in on the dot that's in the middle. All right, and once it closes in on that dot, you've got a perfectly accurate shot, so you just want to take your shot then. All right, and that's what that is. It shows you when your bloom is closing in and when's the best time to take a shot. If you don't have that reticule as simple, then you won't see the bloom and you won't know exactly when to take the shot or whatever and whatnot. You can choose and do it how you want to do it, but I recommend you make that weapon reticule simple, okay? And then the reticule dot size, you want to make that small. You don't want no big dot, because once again, the smaller, the more accurate. All right, so make your reticule dot size small. And then we've got radars and blips. All right, and you can do this in game just by holding down on the D-pad and changing your radar to expanded. But while you're here, go ahead and turn your radar onto the expanded radar. That way you'll have more area to see oncoming enemies. You'll be able to see more. That'll give you an advantage over players that don't have their radar as expanded. It's a little bit bigger, but you'll get used to it. If you don't already have that expanded, an expanded radar is a really good idea to give you more visibility on what's coming at you. All right, so that's everything for number one. Let's get into number two. Don't get caught lacking. You got to be ready for a fight at all times, all right? And one surefire way to do that is you want to craft and cook meats to restore your inner cores, all right? So it's not like on GTA on here. You can't just kill yourself, and when you kill yourself, you come back with a full bill of health. No, sir. You've got to eat meats in the middle of fighting and drink tonics and things like that to get your cores back up. So you want to be ready for that. So go ahead and craft you as many meats as you can and put them in your satchel and store them and be ready for a fight at all times. All right, and you've got 15 different kinds of meat that you could potentially craft, and a lot of those you can craft in 4 different ways. You can make, say, for instance, plain game meat, minty game meat, oregano game meat, and thyme game meat. And each one of these count as a different category, so you can carry 20 of each of these in your satchel at a time, meaning you can carry 20 plain game, 20 time game, 20 minty game, and 20 oregano game in your satchel at any given time. And like I said, you can do that with about 15 different meats. So you want to go ahead and cook as many of those as you can at your camp, stack up on them, put them in your satchel so that you never run out of life to get these busters to business when they run up on you while you're going about your business, okay? So then another thing you can do is you want to craft and buy ammo. If you got the money to, go ahead and buy all the ammo you can and get yourself ready. And then you can also craft. You can't really buy explosive rounds or dynamite arrow or anything like that. You can buy some things to make those, but you want to go ahead and craft as many explosive rounds, dynamite and fire arrows, split point arrows, cartridges, and incendiary slugs, volatile dynamite, fire bottles, and, well, you get the point. You just want to craft everything that you can craft to get the advantage over these grievers that's on Red Dead Online, okay? And, you know, that way you ain't got to be scared. You can be sure of yourself. You're going out with a full artillery, and you're ready to do business, all right? And you can craft any of these explosive ammos, any ammo you can craft from anywhere on the map. You don't have to be at a camp. You don't have to be at a fire. You can just kneel down, take a rest, and craft them right there. But I suggest that you do it at your camp when you're getting yourself ready. That way, once you craft as many bullets as you can just order some more and go right there to your camp box and pick up the rest of your ammo and then go back and craft whatever else you need to craft and then order some more and fill up. Just make sure you're completely full. All right, that's just me. I'm kind of obsessive, compulsive. That's how I do it, and I stay ready. You might not want to go to that extreme, but that's just getting you going along the right path, okay? And then you can craft and buy tonics. There's 4 different kinds of tonics, all right? You've got Miracle, you've got Health, you've got Bitters, and you've got Snake Oil, all right? And the Miracle tonic, of course, it fills up all of your outer cores, okay? And the Health tonic fills up just your health core, outer core, and the Bitters fills up just your outer core of your stamina. Then the Snake Oil fills up the outer core of your Deadeye. All right, and each one of these tonics have 3 different strength levels, which is Special Tonic, Potent Tonic, and just regular tonic. Okay, so of course those are 3 different strength levels. The Special Tonic being the strongest, the Potent being the second strongest, and then the regular just being the regular. All right. Then you can craft or buy potent and regular tonics. Special tonics, however, can only be crafted at a fire, so you have to go to your camp or a fire somewhere and craft all the special tonics. And with the special tonics, you can get the ingredients you need around the map to craft those, but if you got the money to, you can also buy all of the herbs and ingredients or whatever you need to craft special tonics at Madame Nazar. She's got everything you need, so you can just go to her, fill up on what she's got, and go to your camp and make as many of those as you can, just to make it quicker for you, especially if you got the money and you don't want to bother around with going around the map and picking up herbs and whatever and whatnot. Okay, so whatever you can do, man, do what you can do. Fill up what you can fill up. Stock up on what you can stock up. You don't have to get it all the way full. Just have something on hand so that you can defend yourself or hold your own out there in the wild, wild west, okay? So that's all there is for number 2. Let's go and get right into number 3, ability card builds, all right? You want to pick advantageous cards, okay? If you don't know what the ability cards are, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of it right quick. Ability cards 101. You have 4 card slots, all right? And these card slots, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I unlocked them, but I believe they unlock at different levels, okay? So you might not have all of them unlocked for you right now, but at the end of it, once you level up high enough, you'll have 4 card slots, okay? You've got the Deadeye card slot. And the Deadeye card, basically what it does is it's whatever the effects are, whatever it gives you an advantage in on that card, it only takes effect when you have Deadeye activated, okay? So without your Deadeye activated, the card has no effect, okay? So whenever your Deadeye is activated, your card is in effect. That's the Deadeye card. And then you've got 3 passive card slots, all right? Okay, so there are 3 passive card slots, and those cards are active all the time. You don't have to have Deadeye activated for those to be active. Those are just active all the time. So with the Deadeye cards, you have 6 of those. There are 6 Deadeye cards, Alright, and all of them might not be unlocked for you right now because, like I said, some of these cards are level specific, so you've got to level up to unlock all of them. And then with the passive cards, you've got 3 different categories for the passive cards. There are combat abilities, recovery abilities, and defensive abilities. Alright, so with the combat abilities, it increases the damage you inflict in some way or another. Alright, and there are 8 combat ability cards, and like I said, those are level specific, so if you're a new player, sorry for you, you won't be able to unlock all those at first, but level up, you'll get it eventually. And then recovery abilities, they increase the health, stamina, or deadeye in some way or another, okay? And there are 10 recovery cards that you can unlock and level up, alright? Then you've got the defense abilities cards. They decrease the amount of damage players or NPCs can inflict on you. And there are 9 of those defensive cards, alright? And the cards level up, alright? There are 3 levels to each one of them. You got one, as you can see, my cards, they all have a little /3 down there in the middle of them, almost to the bottom. There's 3 little black slashes there, and that's just showing the level of my card. There are 3 different levels there, 1 being the weakest card, then 2 being the more powerful, and then 3 being the most powerful. Okay, so you can level those up, and when you buy a card, it's $50 to buy a ability card, and then you'll get an upgrade after you level up. I'm not sure exactly how many experience points, but whatever experience points you gain in the game while you have an ability card active is going towards your ability card's level. Okay, so once that ability card's level fills up, then you'll be able to upgrade it. Alright, and the first upgrade on the ability cards is $350, and that'll upgrade you to a level 2 ability card. Alright, and then once you level up through your XP while playing the game with the card active, the next upgrade will be available at $500. Okay, so you want to upgrade all those, get those all good and taken care of and maxed out, and you'll be ready for war once you find out a little build for yourself. And just try different cards and see what you like. Alright, but I'm gonna show you real quick my tank build here. Okay, and this works really good for me mostly all the time. I really like this. This is what I run around with. This is my go-to. Okay, so this is my tank build. It's Deadeye. I use Slow and Steady, and with my first passive card, I use Strange Medicine. Second passive card, Fool Me Once, and my third passive card, Iron Lung. All right, and all those together have a really good effect and make me almost like a Superman. Okay, so yeah, I'm running around doing what I want to do. I ain't got to worry about nobody. I ain't got to be scared of nobody. Step up if you want to. Tank Bill gonna take care of the business. All right, so that's all I got for number 3. Let's get straight into number 4. What happens? I mean, what weapons to use? What happens? What am I talking about? What weapons to use? All right. Now these are player specific, player preference too, but I'm just gonna give you some really good suggestions here. My favorite weapon, one that I've got to keep on me all the time, is the bolt action rifle. It's great for hunting and great for PvP. I gave it a plus in distance, a plus in power, and a plus in accuracy. I gave it a minus in ammo capacity and reload. It's not the best at reloading. It's not the best at ammo capacity, but it's really good with distance, power, and accuracy. Alright, I use that a lot. I use that every time on the game if anybody gives me problems. That's usually what I lead with. You know what I'm saying? Let them know what they facing. Alright, and then the pump action shotgun. If you got to get you a shotgun, I'd suggest the pump action shotgun. Alright, I like that. It's just as powerful as any shotgun. You kind of choose what you want in the shotguns because they're kind of a little bit different here and there, but I really like that pump action shotgun. It works for me. It's got extreme power in close quarters, and it's got good accuracy. I think probably the most accurate of all the shotguns on the game. Okay, and I think it's got the best distance and stuff too. So yeah, I use that pump action shotgun. And then my revolver, I got to go with the Navy revolver. It's brand new, and I swear it's the best one on the game. This junk is bad. It sounds cold, it sounds powerful, and it hits hard. It's got great distance on it, great power, good ammo capacity, and really good accuracy. All right. So I like that Navy revolver. I've got to go with that at all times now. I keep all the rest of the revolvers in my camp box. No need for those, okay? So yeah, the Navy revolver is the only thing you want. So when you go into the gun shop, don't waste your money on anything else. Just get the Navy revolver, all right? And then we're moving on to the pistols. If you want a pistol, some players like the dual wield, the semi-auto pistols and whatnot. I think they're really weak, really bad at accuracy. Even though with both of them shooting quickly as you can, they they shoot like a machine gun, but they're really weak. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not with it. The only pistol I would recommend to anybody to buy would be the volcanic pistol. It's got great handling, it's very accurate, good distance, and a good ammo capacity. And it's the most powerful pistol on the game, really. So I'd definitely go with the volcanic pistol. You get really good headshots really quick with that. All right, so volcanic pistol all the way. Don't worry about any other pistol. All right, and then another thing to dual wield would be the sawed-off shotguns. You want to make sure you have a pair of those so you can have one in each hand in close combat situations. When you're sitting there ducked behind a corner and somebody's running up on you, you can just pop out with both of those drawn and let them have it with 2 shells from each one of them, quickly dispersing any griever or any enemy. Really triggering them, making them mad that you did that to them. So yeah, definitely have those sawed-off shotguns. That's just another little edge of for your artillery, a little something to add to it there that'll give you a quick element of surprise on enemies that are running up thinking they're going to do something to you. Okay, so you want to also have you a bow and arrow, not exactly just for the stealthy aspect of the bow and arrow, but because with the bow and arrow you can craft explosive ammo, explosive dynamite arrows, of course, but really I like the fire arrows. When you're having problems with a player, you just hit them with a fire arrow, and what it does is it catches them on fire. It might not kill them instantly, but it'll catch them on fire, and as long as they're on fire, they cannot shoot at you. So you rob them of the ability to shoot back at you while you're shooting at them, and once you catch them on fire, all you gotta do is run up on them with a shotgun, blow their head off, or do whatever inhumane thing you want to do to them to trigger them and make them mad. So definitely use those bow and arrows with bow and arrow with the fire arrows activated. Okay, and then with all that being said, one last rifle you want to have is the varmint rifle. All right, the varmint rifle is great for hunting small animals, and with the varmint rifle bullet, I think it's like a 22 caliber. You won't have damaged pelts while shooting at small animals such as rabbits, birds, and things like that. You won't damage the pelt. Maybe sometimes you will, but for the most part, that varmint rifle is what you need to hunt small animals, okay? And it's also good in PvP long as somebody's not using Never Without One or Slow and Steady. So if they're using Slow and Steady, that varmint rifle headshot is definitely not going to work to kill them, but it's still good in PvP if players aren't using Slow and Steady, okay? So that's about all I got for what weapons to use, and that's all the info you need to know about that. But you know, you can try some different things and buy whatever weapons you want, but you heard it here from Big Smith. That's what I recommend, that's what I use, and that's the way it's going down. So moving right along, we've got number 5. What ammo to use, alright? Now, there's all kinds of ammo on the game, okay? Regular ammo is the basic and worst ammo. You want to stay away from regular ammo if you can at any given time. Alright, and then you got high velocity ammo, which gives you increased damage and gives you maximum range. And then you've got split point ammo, which gives you increased damage and maximum accuracy. Alright, and then express ammo, which gives you more increased damage. Then of course you've got explosive ammo, which gives you max damage. Take care of anything that comes your way. Then you've got shotgun shells. They're the basic and the worst ammo for shotguns. Then you've got the shotgun incendiary buckshots, which give you increased damage and sets a player on fire or NPCs on fire. And once again, like I said, when you're on fire, you can't shoot back. So yeah, have fun with that. Give it to them with the incendiary buckshots all day. Alright, and then you've got the shotgun slugs. They give you increased range and increased accuracy. So if you're just shooting regular shotgun bullets, use those slugs, alright? And then you've got explosive slugs, which give you max everything. An explosive slug, it ain't nothing coming at you that explosive slug won't stop. So if you're having some real problems, you're in a kind of close combat situation, or somebody's coming right over a hill, or somebody's close to you, can just pop out and hit them with that explosive slug, no problem, done data, and they're probably sick of you by now. All right, so that's all I got for this one, man. That's 5 things you need to know to make you a better player at Red Dead Online instantly. But real quick, I'm just going to give you some honorable mentions, some things that I didn't talk about in this video that I thought might be important to you as well. And one of them is the bolus, okay? If you haven't used the bolus and you use your lasso at any given time to lasso players, man, go pick you some bolus up. They're easier to lasso players. They'll tangle them up real quick and give you time to go over there and hog tie them. They're just a lot more practical than the lasso at wrapping other players up and pulling them off their horse. So you just ride up on them, auto aim, hit them with that bolus. They'll be on the ground struggling for a minute. You jump down and hog tie them with your reinforced lasso, and then do whatever you want. All right. But then another thing I want to talk about is shoot from cover. Okay, let the enemy come to you sometimes. All right, you can be running from them, and that'll catch a lot of players off guard. So when you're running from attackers, you just want to stop in spots where you'll get the advantage and turn around and give it to them. They'll be so angry. They're going to get on the mic talking about some, dude, what a punk. You're sitting there hiding in cover and hiding behind stuff and this and that. Yeah, maybe you should be too, punk. Leave me the hell alone. All right, so, yeah, that's all I got for the honorable mentions. One more thing, though. I felt like this weapon build is kind of troll, and I like using it when people are using explosive ammo. So, you know, you're going to run into players that like to use explosive ammo. That's their go-to at all times is explosive ammo, and they're going to troll you with it or whatever. So when they do that, one surefire way to make them angry as hell, to make them mad, and, I mean, they're going to make them waste their explosive ammo. Players that like to use explosive ammo, they've only got a very limited selection of it, so they want to make the most of it. But if you make them waste it, oh, man, they're going to be angry as fuck. So what you want to do to make them waste their explosive ammo is use this ability card build that I made here. Alright, and this is good because you can also, while you're using this build, you can use melee weapons. It actually makes your build even better when you do this. Use melee weapons, run up on them, and kill them with melee weapons or hog time, whatever you want to do. But this build is actually better with melee weapons. So without further ado, this is the build. Use Slippery Bastard, which with Slippery Bastard, their explosive rounds will be going around you, all to the outside. They won't even realize what's going on half the time. They're like, why the hell ain't my rounds hitting them? They're going straight through them. No, I just got Slippery Bastard on for you. And then you want to use To Fight Another Day of Single Purpose and Fool Me Once. Alright, with those cards activated, this is a really good way to troll people that use explosive rounds, and it'll be a lot of fun for you, and you'll probably make them waste all their explosive rounds, and then you can do what? Turn around and start using yours with the regular tank build that I showed you earlier. Okay, that's how we do it. That's how you make yourself a better player. You hold your ground. You ain't worried about nothing on this gun. You're going to play it and have fun with it. Alright, but that's all I got for y'all for this video today. I hope you found it fun, informational, useful in some way, form, or fashion. Alright, and as always, for those of you who regularly watch and support my channel, appreciate you for tuning in. I thank you for your time, and I hope that I didn't waste a second of it. Now, for those of you who this is your first time on my channel, if you didn't subscribe earlier when I told you to, I don't know what you're waiting on, man. You're still here, rocking with your guy, Big Smith, waiting to the end of the video, so go ahead, right now, before you forget, before you sitting around later on wondering who was that YouTube you was watching that had that good video, he was really cool, he was all this and all that, man, go ahead, don't waste no time. Hit subscribe right now. Give me that thumbs up, and definitely turn the notifications bell on. Set it to always so you know when I'm dropping new videos in the future, because you ain't going to miss a single one of those. And definitely talk your shit in the comment section. The good, the bad, or the ugly, it don't matter, long as you still love me. Alright and okay, what else can I say except for I'm out of here.